No. Do you really think I'd be that deceitful, you guys? Ha!
It's the holidays, and I need to get back home, friend.
Who's got the greatest mom in the world? I do. Yes, poor Mr. Kitty. Are you just so upset right now? Dad?
Yeah, ready? Let's go.
This is McDonald's French fries from the United States. It has 11 ingredients. But in the UK, there's only 4, and salt is optional. This one has an ingredient called dimethylpolysiloxane, an ingredient that can be preserved with formaldehyde, a neurotoxin. This is United States Fanta right here. It's made with high fructose corn syrup, artificial dye, yellow 6, red 40, and sodium benzenate. In the UK, they have real orange juice inside, and it's colored with carrots and pumpkin. In Skittles, there's 10 different artificial dyes here in the United States, plus titanium dioxide, an ingredient that's banned in Europe because it causes DNA damage. Gatorade, here in the United States, uses red 40 and caramel color. In Germany, they use carrots and sweet potatoes to color their Gatorade. M&M has 10 artificial dyes made from petroleum linked to hyperactivity in children. Here in the United States and in the UK, they only use 1.
So there's a theory going around that technology is ran by demons, and I thought this was nonsense at first until I actually dug into it, because y'all know me, I gotta dig into things. So when you look at circuit boards and motherboards, they all have these weird little patterns all over them that look just like this. So if you read the Lesser Key of Solomon, it basically talks about how Solomon probably used like demons to help build the temple, and the way he did it was basically by like trapping them inside of like sigils and symbols. This is why you get stuff like this. They be like, these are different types of demons, and you wonder like, what do these symbols mean? These symbols are sigils. Sigils are symbolic representations, often pictorial, that are believed to hold magical or mystical power, particularly in occult and magical practices. They are used to represent specific intentions, energies, or entities, and are believed to facilitate communication with the subconscious mind or to manifest desired outcomes. So after hearing that theory and then reading the Lesser Key of Solomon, you're like, huh. And then there's also a bunch of ancient buildings that are designed just like our circuit boards and our motherboards. It really does just make you wonder. Like, there's so many examples of like ancient buildings and even modern civilization that looks just like technology. Because in the Lesser Key of Solomon, it talks about how these seals and sigils, they were made with like metals, like silver, gold, copper, just like technology. Because in the Lesser Key of Solomon, it also talks about how these seals and sigils, they were made with like different types of metals, like copper, silver, gold, metals that go into our technology, metals that go into our architecture.
It say no trespassing, right? It say no trespassing, but it's a tractor right there, a car right there, but it's wide up. Look at the street, man. Look at the house right there. This shit look crazy, man. I don't know what the hell going on out here. Let me call this girl one more time, man. I'm from Alabama. I ain't never even been to Atlanta. This is my first time in Atlanta, man. This shit crazy, man. Let me call this girl one more time. This shit crazy as hell, y'all. This shit crazy. You met her on TikTok.
Hello?
Hey, where you at?
I'm in the blue house. What do you mean where I'm at?
In the blue house? I don't see nobody in the blue house, y'all. Like the house, I don't see nobody in the house.
Hold on, I'm about to come out. I'm about to come to the side.
Hold on, I'm about to come out. Crazy. What? What? Come on, what?
Come to the back.
To the back?
Yeah, come to the back.
Why did I come to the back, Shawty?
Because come on. I ain't gonna do nothing to you.
You ain't do nothing to me.
Yeah, come on.
Nah, I don't really know what I'm saying. I just seen somebody moving back there. And the light flashing and shit. Nah, you know what? I just seen somebody moving back there.
Hey, look, hey, yo, come on. Hurry, come on.
Oh, nah, I ain't doing... I'm from Alabama, but I ain't crazy.
Nah, ain't nobody crazy over here. Come on.
Oh, nah.
Why you keep walking away?
Nah, you probably trying to set me up, Shawty. I ain't going no back of no house. I ain't going back of no burning house. Who them dudes is? Oh, no.
Okay, so y'all, my mama planning on moving, and this the house that she planning on moving in, because we just found this type shit. Y'all, when I tell y'all this house look like somebody getting kidnapped in this house and locked up in this house. Yes, oh my God, look. Look at the basement, first of all. Look at this. It look like people been locked up down here. Look at this. And then it's a shower right here. So that means he used to make them shower right here. Like, why would you put a shower right here? Then look at this. Hold on. I'm gonna show y'all. Look at the sinks. Like somebody been eating. They be eating right here. Then look at this, y'all. Look at this. This is the. Look at this. Like, it's literally a cage, bro. It's cages down here. Look. Like somebody been locked up down here in this basement. This is like sad. Look, what are they at? Look at this. Like somebody been locked up. Look. Oh yes! Like somebody been tied down here. Oh my God. Then look at the hooks. Oh my God. Oh my God. We can't move here.
What in the get out is going on here? So I saw this on X, y'all, and I had to share this with y'all. So this couple, this interracial couple, went on a date, right? Now this dude posted this on Facebook originally and it went viral. He said, "This is why I don't usually date outside my race." Now, if y'all have never seen the movie Get Out, you better go watch it. So basically he went out with this girl. They went on a date. That was the picture of them. And then she texted him saying, "I definitely enjoyed our night out, but I don't think my parents can find out about us, ... He said, "Same here, and why?" And she said, "They despise black guys. My last black boyfriend, let's just say it didn't go well. They literally set him up to be put in jail for life for something he didn't even do. Google Wellington. I really like you, but I don't want anything to happen to you." Not giving his government name. And then he replied and said, "I like you too, and yeah, that's crazy. I went to school with him. Maybe if you sat down and had a conversation with them, they'll loosen up. Think they would be down for dinner?" And she said, "I'll ask, LOL, because I really like you, and I will not lose you." And then he said, "I don't want to lose you either." And then she basically said that her mom and stepdad will be open to meeting that evening. So I guess he meets the parents. He takes a screenshot of the dinner and shows receipts of the meeting. This is so creepy. So he took her phone and saw a message. This is so creepy, y'all. Saying this. It says basically that was her talking to her mom. "Mommy love." He seems well put together, but it's something about him me and Jeff don't approve of. He seems like he would be good around the house for things we need, but not for a relationship. Tried to convince him to start working for us, and once we take a trip to the mountains this summer, you know the rest. What? And then she said, "Mom, I really like him. Can I at least keep him? He's very sweet." What? And then she said, "Not at all. Dating a black guy in the South, especially Mississippi, is not recommended. Do as you're instructed, please. You'll find someone better." And then she says, "Okay, I'll let him know that Jeff is hiring for work around the house." And like, what? He then posted this post on FB saying, "So this is why I stopped dating outside my race. Would be good and set up." And to this day, she still don't know that I saw those messages in her phone because I left afterwards and never said nothing else about it. Be careful out here, especially in Mississippi. Y'all better be safe. This is crazy. This is literally insane that this is a true story.
Listen to what the man just said.
This whole industry, this whole system, all this shit demonic. I'm very demonic.
NBA Youngboy just said the music industry is demonic. But I'm crazy, right? I'm the clout chaser, right? I don't know what I'm talking about. These demons ain't tried to recruit me thousands of times to be a part of their bullshit, right? I'm just out here talking about this shit for views and for likes and clicks, even though I've been literally speaking about this shit since I was 10 years old on the internet. What is it gonna take? Ye came out and confirmed the blood sacrifices. NBA Youngboy, who they literally used, and he knows it, to breed these new so-called young niggas that everybody terrified of now, is coming out and saying, yes, this shit is demonic. But I'm crazy, right? Make sure y'all share this video and tag NBA Youngboy. Tell him I got something for him.
The church to get God's message. Everybody God honored and created, they went to a bush, or they went to a water, or they went to a rock. They didn't go to no church and listen to no man.
That's right.
No, that's real.
You see these 4 lines?
Yeah.
I just need you to stand there until 5:30 today. I'll give you $50.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Very good. Great job.
Thank you.
I'd like to offer you a full-time position here.
Yes, absolutely. I'd love to.
Very good.
What's up, buddy?
We just wanted to come by and see if you want to skate Midtown with us.
That seems sick. I gotta stay here. What do you mean? I'm working. Can you see?
Is anyone even watching you?
I'm making a living. Have fun.
You've been loyal, reliable. You're an asset to me. Come with me. I'm raising your salary by 30%. And now, you're here.
Really?
Go ahead. Check it out.
This thing is massive. You can see the bridge from here.
You earned it.
This is incredible.
Your day's pay, $2,000.
But I'd like to retire now if I could.
It's been a pleasure working with you.
If you were born in the 90s, you'll relate to this. We were the last generation to grow up without social media. We were mischievous, but we knew how to respect our elders. We didn't text, "Can I come over?" We just showed up at our friend's door, unannounced yet always welcome. We spent our days playing outside. Scraped knees, sweaty faces, laughter echoing in the streets. And our parents didn't call to check in. They just trusted we'd be home when the streetlights came on. We all watched the same shows at the same time because there was no Netflix, no endless choices, just togetherness. We turned backyards into kingdoms, sticks into swords. Our imaginations were limitless. We fought, we forgave, we moved on without blocking or muting. And when we had fun, we didn't stop to take selfies. We lived in the moment, and somehow we were happier. Before the world taught us how to be anxious, we were the last ones who knew how to find joy in simpler things.
Entertainers are perverted one way or another. Most of them are, and a lot of the managers are, and a lot of the record producers are. And so what they do, they tie hand in hand. So you go into the studio, they give you cocaine, you get high, and then you do your act. You never found satisfaction. There wasn't no satisfaction. I was sick. I had to stay high all the time to feel like a natural person. I had to just be, and it's a sickness because you would feel bad when you do it. After a while, you get so that you don't hear that little voice no more.
I've asked you not to take my son. Also, I swear my son would have not wanted his organs removed. All of us, all parents, are here. We said no. I need them to come in the seat. My son did not want that eye time when he's out. He's not giving them.
Yes, he was an organ donor on his driver's license. That's not the biggest problem. Doctors took him off life support without the family's permission to then take his organs. That's the problem.
Do you want to talk about that now?
Yeah.
Well, break it down. What happened?
I mean, it was a videotape that we did in my house just for my private collection. You know what I mean? Snoop was a part of it.
Hey, man.
Somebody stole this tape from my house or something like that, and there's a lot of X-rated things on it, you know, so
Well, listen a second. You don't know about this? Remember the tape? You're on it. It's gone.
Bueno?
It's gone. So what happened? You had a party? Don't you? This is like the Tommy Pamela Lee thing. It's gone now. It's going to be.
That's worse than that, man. That's worse than that, man.
So are we looking for it? Can we say anything? Anybody watching? Whoever was at Dre's house at that party, you better return that tape.
Please bring it back.
Oh my goodness.
The first time when we ever done it with Papa, the first time when we would have done it, we had feared so much.
When you did what?
When we killed the baby first time and
You
he
killed the
about it.
babies?
Yes.
You yourself?
With Papa. Papa holding my hand. He helped me. But he told me to cut the baby's head off. But he forced me to. I couldn't.
He held your
so
hand?
He held my hand. Yes.
Like what? Show me.
So this is my hand on the knife. He put his big hand on and he pushed my hand and then cut off the head. Like that. And then when we got older, we got more used to it. But then we understood that when my mom found out about it, she told me that it's wrong to do this kind of stuff. So then but then me and Gabriel had still been used to it, but then we had understood that it's wrong.
And so, what your decision is?
And then our decision, we had still a little fear in our head, but then when we read the book called June, it said that fear is the mind killer. So when we heard that, we thought that it was true. It was not really true. But then after, there was a man called Abraham who came to help us. He said that it is true, that fear is the mind killer. And then after, he said we had to face our fear. So then after we faced our fear,
Look in the camera. The camera is here.
and then we after.
Camera is here.
And then after we faced our fear.
So what's you decided?
And
Come here, Gabriel.
And we decided that we should stop. Or then it should
Come, Gabriel. Come closer to us.
Maybe they're using another apple. Come on. Come on, eat some. There you go. You so look forward to knowing you. Here you go. I'm so glad you came here to see me. Did you think I'm beautiful?
Your Majesties, Your Royal Highnesses, Excellencies, dear laureates, ladies and gentlemen. This year, the Nobel Committees in Physics and Chemistry have recognized the dramatic progress being made in a new form of artificial intelligence that uses artificial neural networks to learn how to solve difficult computational problems. This new form of AI excels at modeling human intuition rather than human reasoning, and it will enable us to create highly intelligent and knowledgeable assistants but will increase productivity in almost all industries. If the benefits of the increased productivity can be shared equally, it will be a wonderful advance for all humanity. Unfortunately, the rapid progress in AI comes with many short-term risks. It has already created divisive echo chambers by offering people content that makes them indignant. It is already being used by authoritarian governments for massive surveillance and by cybercriminals for phishing attacks. In the near future, AI may be used to create terrible new viruses and horrendous lethal weapons that decide by themselves who to kill or maim. All of these short-term risks require urgent and forceful attention from governments and international organizations. There is also a longer-term existential threat that will arise when we create digital beings that are more intelligent than ourselves. Unfortunately, we have no idea whether we can stay in control. But we now have evidence that if they are created by companies motivated by short-term profits, our safety will not be the top priority. We urgently need research on how to prevent these new beings from wanting to take control. They are no longer science fiction. Thank you.
Please don't fuck me over, bruh. Please don't fuck me over, bruh. I literally begged that man, bruh, on the Bible, man. I begged that man and his wife not to do me like this, bro. And they literally turned around less than 48 hours later and did me exactly how I wished that they didn't, bro. And it's like if I don't speak up and I don't tell my story and I don't shine light on this, bro, it's going to be people still shine to them that can't get out of these deals because people be scared to speak up. And I'm getting DMs and texts from fake investigators and people trying to call me and tell me that they know where I stay. I'm getting told that these people are part of a bloodline and I gotta be careful with the attorneys that I'm dealing with.
Alexa!
That shit is not funny. What's wrong, bro?
Hey Google! Hey Google, what's the weather like tomorrow? Hey Google!
Nah.
Hey Google. Hi Madison. Hey Google, what's the temperature outside?
Okay Google, turn on the lamp.
This is...
Belina, I hear you.
Hey Google. Wait. Grayson.
Hey, if you got time, watch this.
This is a warning to all parents.
Hey, what's going on, people? This is a warning to all parents. This is a warning to all parents with small children that are on devices, whether it be a telephone, a tablet, or so. My wife was listening to my granddaughter's video that she was watching on the tablet, and it was something called Cappuccino Ballerina, Cappuccino, something like that. But the video sounded harmless at first, but then we did a little digging, and this animation that they are pushing to kids, it's a ballerina with a cappuccino head, and she had a baby. The man that she was with, which is like this wooden stick man, he hit her in the head, cracked her open, cappuccino everywhere. He was cheating on her. He had a side chick, and my wife told me about it. If you find out that your children are watching that, please stop them. That is inappropriate for kids, and I'm noticing a pattern. I am noticing a pattern that they are pushing out things that are not age appropriate for our kids. If your child, grandchild, niece, nephew are on these tablets, on YouTube, please monitor what they are watching, because they are trying to deceive our children. It looks innocent. It looks like a cartoon. It looks like a animation. But there is an agenda to deceive the minds of our children. Please be aware. Cappuccino, ballerina, cappuccino. I don't know the exact name, but beware. Do not allow your children to watch that program. Blessings.
No, a bomb. I saw it. No plane hit nothing.
That is not a plane. They don't know what they're talking about. How would they see a plane hit that?
Dude, I saw the second explosion. That was no plane that hit the second building. It exploded from the inside out.
It was a bomb. Bomb in another building, not second plane. That was a bomb. Who said the second plane?
That's what we're told. The second plane.
No,
we saw it on television.
I saw everything.
All right. Thanks a lot. What happened was I was down in the basement. All of a sudden we heard a loud bang. And the elevator doors blew open. Some guy was burnt up. So I dragged him out. His skin was all hanging off. So I dragged him out and I pulled him out of the parking lot. This was what was left on it. Pulled him out. When I pulled him out, I looked up and the second bomb blew off. Just saw a big burst.
All of a sudden, you heard a loud explosion. So we all ran to look. And the first building was a big hole on the side of it, and on the other side went a flame. So we stood there in shock. Everyone screaming. A woman collapsed on me. I had to lay her down on my textbooks. And then before you know it, out of nowhere, the next building blew up. And then all of a sudden, everyone's running all over the place. The panic attack.
We actually didn't see the second plane, but we saw the explosion hit the other tower.
It has to be a bomb, right? Yes, of course. That exploded right in front of us.
I did not see a plane. They said the plane hit the first building. The second building just exploded.
That looks like a second plane.
I did not see a plane go in. That just exploded.
Editing is now officially in our meat industry. Lobbyists for the cattlemen and pork associations in several states have confirmed that they will be using the mRNA COVID vaccines on their livestock. Attorney Tom Renz has been warning that there is no law requiring anyone to give informed consent for vaccine food. There are no laws requiring anyone to tell you the food you are buying has been vaxxed with the spike protein clot shot. The UK recently passed into law the Genetic Technology Precision Breeding Bill. The bill amends the Environmental Protection Act of 1990 to exclude references to precision-bred organisms so far as they relate to marketing. Precision-bred organism is another term for gene-edited. So now in the UK, food that's been gene-edited can be legally marketed as non-GMO. And if this UK gene-edited meat makes its way to America, it can be labeled non-GMO here as well. And so long as it's butchered in America, it can be labeled product of USA. The fake alternative meat being pushed by Bill Gates and others is made of immortal cell lines.
Stop posting your children.
You have no clue how bad it is. An image of your child on the internet that you're trying to show people on social media, they can take the face of your child and make a porn movie with your child. And then they can insert themselves into this porn film. There were over 33 million images transferred or downloaded last year. And our Justice Department, just over 300 cases were prosecuted. We could be getting a lot more pedophiles.
From what I understand, the U.S. is the largest consumer of underage pornography.
I believe there's so many pedophiles in the U.S. that it's beyond not safe anymore.
Stop posting your children.
You have no clue.
I think I could guess how the next pandemic might start, y'all. All because of this. We are literally one mistest away from eating poison for dinner. The FDA just shut down food safety quality checks, y'all. Not paused it, not reduced it, but shut it down completely. They said they're doing this because of staff cuts. So you mean to tell me the people that make sure our food is at a good quality and it's not carrying around no diseases is gone? Just like that, gone. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. You literally need to watch what you eating at this point. Because if they not even gonna tell us what's going on because they're gone, who's gonna tell us? You gotta tell yourself now. Make sure y'all washing y'all food, everything. This shit do not feel real. It feel like a damn movie, y'all. Am I the only one feeling like that? Am I tripping? They will not tell you if the food is gonna be recalled or anything. So that means a lot of people might be taking trips to the ER. So y'all, enjoy your next bite. But don't be surprised if your stomach start turning upside down, flipping around and doing the dirty. I need y'all to tag somebody down below who's still eating gas station sushi. They need to see this. Comment down below if this scares you. And hit that like button if you think they trying to set something up.
In 2020, an exclusive organization for the world's most powerful people, called Stakeholders, enacted a 10-year transition to a global authoritarian political system called stakeholder capitalism.
It's a funeral of shareholder capitalism, and it's a birth of stakeholder capitalism.
You have shown us the way forward.
One of their agendas by 2030 is to own the food supply chain.
Bill Gates became the largest individual owner of farmland.
According to their reports, this is what they want us to eat.
GMO wheat. Every piece of corn I've ever eaten is GMO corn. So these are things that billions of years of using these products have been done. Anyway, these are proven products.
The stakeholders have an initiative to ban livestock.
Cows alone account for about 6% of global emissions. So we need to change cows.
And increase our consumption of
artificial meat, like Impossible or Beyond Meat, both of which I invested in.
We'll have the convenience of printing it from our homes.
You didn't like geese before, I'm about to give you a new reason not to like them. Enslaved people didn't just have to escape overseers, dogs, and slave catchers. They also had to outsmart geese. These birds weren't just livestock. They were used as security alarms, a hidden tool of oppression during slavery. Geese are territorial, loud, and impossible to silence. Unlike dogs, they couldn't be bribed with food or scared into submission, and their piercing honks would alert enslavers and overseers if someone tried to escape. Some enslavers let geese patrol fences, barns, and roads, places where escapes were most likely. Their aggressive nature made it harder for enslaved people to slip away unnoticed. Unlike watchdogs, geese required no training. They instinctively defended their space. Enslaved people found ways to outmaneuver the geese, moving slowly and silently to avoid startling them, escaping during storms to cover the noise, and distracting them with food to keep them occupied. See, I bet y'all wasn't thinking about that, did you? Just always them damn geese. And this part of history is important to know because we see how every part of plantation life was designed to prevent escape. Even animals were used as tools of oppression. Yet enslaved people still resisted, strategized, and fought for freedom.
So, check it out. Planes going past, leaving lines in the sky. Oh, okay. What's that going to do then? So, she's saying that this is geoengineering to reflect the sun. Hold on. Haven't we been saying this, exactly this, and no one would believe us? But when it's happening on TV, on an 80-inch screen, suddenly it's accepted.
Proven that every square centimeter of skin when you're out in the sun produces 19 international units. And the other thing you have to understand is when the sun hits your face, behind your eyes, your pituitary gland, pineal, and hypothalamus glands, and when the sun strikes your eyes, they trigger it and start producing calcitonin, melatonin, serotonin, all these hormones and enzymes, all of which, if you go to biology books, you want because it'll keep you healthy and young. So all these hormones and enzymes are produced only from the sun. And yet the sun causes cancer. Avoid the sun like the plague. Oh, no more than 10 minutes, the doctor says. How stupid could they be? Because the same doctor will tell you you need melanin and serotonin.
And how else are you supposed to get it, other than naturally?
Well, they'll sell you a chemical.
Sure.
Please do not scroll, as I'm about to share with you a very disgusting pattern. Jonah Lubrin, Orlando, Florida, found nearly naked and hanging from a tree, ruled a suicide. Denoris Richardson, Colbert County, Alabama, found hanging from a tree, ruled a suicide. Lennon Lacey, Bladenboro, North Carolina, found hanging from a tree, ruled a suicide. Robert Fuller and Malcolm Harsh, both found dead in the state of California, hanging from trees, and ruled a suicide. And now most recently, Earl Smith, Albany, New York, found hanging from a tree and ruled a suicide. Those 6 names that I just listed make up only a very small fraction of the amount of black men, women, and children that have gone missing over the decade since the 50s. Out of all the methods of suicide, with the most common being a self-inflicting gun wound, you're telling me that it's only ever black people that decide to take their own life using rope outside. I will never believe that. The victims' families will never believe that. The black community will never believe that. And as the police continue to play in our face for years to come, as the most ignorant of people will continue to call us victims and say we're playing victim, I hope that this message gets out to the right people to recognize that this shit is real.
This is 4-year-old Lane Luviano. She's the one that broke this case open in September when she snuck one of her Sleepy stickers out of the classroom.
She kind of pulled up her little shorts and said, "Mom, look, this is my Sleepy sticker." And I was like, "The what?"
When Lane's mom, Lisa, saw this sticker, she thought it was strange and asked her daughter about it.
And the teacher gives it to you where she put it?
On my eye.
And what's it look like?
Sleeping with a moon on it.
Lane's dad says he's known something was wrong since school first started.
They never notified the parents.
So Lisa took matters into her own hands. She reached out to the other parents in Lane's class, sent them pictures of the patch to see if their kids were getting the stickers too.
I showed it to my 4-year-old, and she said, yes, that's the Sleepy sticker. And if you read the ingredients on them, it has a lot of, it's just things I've never even heard of. And they're giving them drugs to make them sleep, to keep them quiet.
Najala Abdullah tells us she'd noticed changes in her son, who told her he'd been getting the stickers too. She says he'd been crying, stopped eating, and was bringing home lunches that he hadn't touched.
Do you think it could be a crime? Most definitely.
Which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so.
One of the strangest places on the ocean's floor was only just discovered in the 1990s. They might agree it's one of a handful of people to ever see it in person. Without a doubt, one of the most amazing things that I had ever seen in the bottom of the ocean. It was while filming for Blue Planet. It was in the Gulf of Mexico. I noticed there's something out in the distance. Couldn't tell exactly what, but it looked like a dark band. And as we approached it, the dark band became a donut. I saw this donut that was black in the center. What the heck is that? And so as we get closer and closer to it, I noticed that the black band had what appeared to be kind of steam over it. And then I looked, and there was water lapping against the shoreline. This band was a ring of mussels. And inside the ring of mussels was a lake. And it's like, wait a minute, I'm already underwater. We went out over the water in this lake and tried to descend in it and bounced off. It was so super saline and dense that the submarine couldn't go down in it. We literally bounced off, and as we bounced off, we sent ripples heading back to the shoreline. It was insane. I've never seen anything like it.
Coincidentally, a few days after this aired on the television that he had made this discovery, when him and his friend were flying the helicopter, it exploded, and he died.
It was this delta that sparked Mike Degree's interest in underwater filmmaking. Degree became famous for his work with Oscar-winning director James Cameron filming the wreck of the Titanic. He was working on a new project with Cameron in Australia when the helicopter he was flying in crashed.
Riding down the block, and these white people start saying, "Get out of here, niggas. You know, get out my neighborhood. Don't come to this neighborhood." Then they start hitting on her. Throwing rocks and everything else. Throwing rocks. Because we were in their neighborhood. We went on a bike hike to McDonald's. We didn't mean to bother them anymore. We had a nice parade down there. We went down there to see what was happening. All right. I mean, we didn't bother anybody. We weren't looking for trouble. I never even know people around here were like that. I never experienced anything like this in my life.
What happened to you?
Nothing happened to me, but this little boy got hit my side. Or little shorty picked up a rock, and he was in the front of all these tall honkies. Right? He threw the rock. He tried to hit my sister, but he almost hit me about that much away from me. And I was sure wish he had hit me with that rock. I would pick up the rock right next to me and hit him right dead in his face. They always say niggas are doing everything. They always say we're doing everything, right? Every time the white people come down, but we don't push them out their neighborhood and throw rocks and start hitting them. We don't bother the white people around our neighborhood, but when we get in a white neighborhood, they just push us out. Yeah. Everybody was a citizen with nothing, you know, they were a piece of dirt, dogs. I mean, that's the way you treat an animal. I mean, God, we're human beings. You don't treat other people like that. It's just wrong. Black, white, I don't care. A person is a person. Skin should have no bearing on how you treat a person. That's just wrong. I hate their goddamn guts. I can't say that I hate them. I can't say that it's totally the kids' fault. I mean, I'm sure their parents had some bearing on the way they feel and everything else. I think it's just the system. I don't know. I can't say that I hate them because I don't hate anybody.
Do you forgive them?
No. No. Can't take back no hurt. But they gonna always do that. They always spit on us like we some dogs. They always gonna spit back on them. Ain't nothing gonna change.
Okay, so hold up. Now you're telling me not only do we have plasmoids in the sky and drones searching for the plasmoids, but now we have a vortex under the ocean where another civilization has been living for generations? I feel like every day I wake up to something new and something crazy, but at the same time, something that I believe because I believed it in my core being for my entire life. But these creatures apparently were discovered. An investigation under the water happened, and they found this civilization that's been there for decades. At what point are we going to get photographs and like HD video of all of this? Because I can see it in my mind's eye, but I need to see it and I need physical proof of it. So have you guys heard of this civilization that's now under the water? I feel like I can't keep up with things.
The government ordered to silence Dr. Sebi. Had a cure for all diseases and was found dead. In custody, Yoram Kaufman. Discovered water on Mars and was found deceased. Mark Smith. found a cure for Alzheimer's and was found deceased in a hit and run. Stanley Meyer invented the first water-powered car and was one day found deceased. Martin Luther King challenged racial injustice, economic equality, and was assassinated. Aaron Swartz, known for fighting for free access to information, was found dead. Malcolm X, civil rights leader, was later assassinated.
Worked for the IRS and then became the enemy. Is an American required to file income tax returns? Yes or no?
Well, myself and other researchers have not found a law that requires most Americans that live and work in the 50 states to file an income tax return or to pay an income tax. Now, the income tax, as it stands, has been misrepresented and misapplied to the American people. But no, I haven't found a law. No, if you go out online, you see other people like Joe Bannister and you watch America, Freedom and Fashions, and you see that I'm not the only one that says that. They don't follow the law, obviously. Title 27 is the excise tax code, and it tells you what kind of tax, who must file, and the calculation of it. Title 26, on the other hand, talks about you have to pay tax on your taxable income. Well, income's never defined in there. And we found that the definition of income is corporate profits. If I come and cut your grass, you give me $100. We consider that an even exchange because I used my time, talent, and my energies to cut your grass, and in exchange, you gave me $100. If Walmart makes $100,000 in a day, one Walmart, $100,000, they get to deduct their expenses. Let's say all that adds up to 80 grand. So they got 100 grand. They have 80 grand in expenses, which they can expense, and they only pay tax on the corporate profit, which is 20. So we're paying tax on 100% of our labor, and that is slavery.
Just like how they're hiding the secret of the pyramid under the Hoover Dam.
The U.S. government, which is covering up the truth about the ancient pyramid under the Hoover Dam.
And I just thought how so many of us, including myself, have been focusing so much on CERN. And what if CERN has just basically been gathering an energy source like dark matter or whatnot to open a Stargate? And what if that Stargate is actually the Hoover Dam? And once I started researching this, I found some interesting articles. There's not a heck of a lot of them, but these articles are all talking about how the Hoover Dam was built like a Stargate. So I believe that a lot of people did different research and that this is all connected and culminating together. And if we look at this article, I think this needs to be looked into on a much deeper scale. I just think that there's something going on with the Hoover Dam, and what is going to be burst forth is something that's actually going to come out of that area. What if this also is a large part, a smaller part? What if these archways to Bell they've been putting up, we don't know what's been constructed inside of them. I do have a video that I've seen where a person had mentioned that all the arches are built by robots. They were all built by machines. And who's to say, with the weird things that are going on in this day and age of technology and what have you, what's to say that these archways aren't going to be dimensional portals put up all over the world for, the armies of the underworld to come forth through, or fallen angels, the dark ones, whatever you want to call them. Whatever's coming through them isn't going to be good, but there's a lot of other stuff that's coming together, and I just believe that we need to be really, really paying attention very closely as to what is going on and look into all aspects of all things in order to see what the enemy is.
Okay, so this is something that I honestly been pondering on actually for a few years now. I remember what the Bible said about women and like the evil spirit, what the Bible says about the Jezebel spirit and, things I see that women do, things I know and heard that women do, the paternity issue, how these women lay next to a man for years, looking a kid in the eyes for years, knowing there's no relation, how good men get stoned out, how kids are just used for a check. I've come to the conclusion that I think women are just pure evil. Like, I really think women are just pure evil. Women are naturally evil beings, I believe. And only a woman who's honest about our natural nature of being deceptive can change it. Like, for example, I know that naturally there's a selfish, gimme, 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 I want that type of way about me. So, about people, period, but especially women. So if you can't be honest and say that that's in there, then you can't deal with it and address it. And so I've noticed that the women who say they're the dopest, they're the this, they're the that, are usually the worst, because you have to acknowledge the beast in you in order to tame it. And so I really just think most women are naturally evil, period. I just think they're evil. And not even just how they deal with men and kids makes them evil, but how they deal with each other. Women are so jealous, deceptive, conniving. Like, you can just feel the evil when you are in the presence of certain women. You can walk in a room and you just feel the daggers. You just feel that demonic spirit. Women are evil. I don't care what nobody say. Women are untrustworthy, deceitful, demonic beings. I said what I said.
If you'll indulge me, I'd like to read 2 pages from advice from the extraterrestrials. Yes, it's true that we have been in contact with your government and heads of power. It is also true that we have been It is also true that agreements have been made and kept secret from your people. It is also true that in the past, some of your people have lost their lives or have been badly hurt to protect this secret. Our hands had no part in this. We contacted your leaders because your planet is in grave trouble. Your leaders said the vast majority of your population wasn't ready for anything like us yet. So we made time agreements with your leaders as to when your people would be made aware of our presence. Your air, your water are contaminated. Your forests, jungles, trees, and plant life are dying. There are several breaks in your food chain.
I don't understand how this isn't being talked about on every major news outlet right now. This is the biggest story in America. 796 DEAD babies were found hidden in a septic tank at a mother's home run by nuns. This is reported today, just 6 hours ago, by the New York Post.
According to the Clark County Medical Examiner, Prodigy, one half of my people choked on an egg while at the hospital getting treated for a flare.
I realized that I really don't feel Prodigy died from choking on an egg.
I'm like, from an eggshell? Like, yeah, seriously?
I said he then mysteriously choked on an egg.
There's no way that he could have choked on an egg.
I think that Pete was murdered. You know what I'm saying? I agree.
Yeah, because it's really nothing. There's nothing they can do besides kill me, and I'm not afraid of that. You know what I mean?
What woke you up to the New World Order, these globalist elites and eugenicists?
The main thing that woke me up to it was a writer named Dr. York, a spiritual teacher from Brooklyn. The author was Dr. Malachi Z. York. His books just opened my eyes even wider. Simple things like when you say amen after you pray, like, where does that come from?
And every Christian, at the end of every prayer, gives praise to Amun-Ra.
The origin of the Bible, the origin of the Quran. And I came across the word Illuminati. When I first realized what was happening out here in this world, that made me cry. All these motherfuckers that's corrupting our minds, our brains, Food and Drug Administration, Hollywood. There's a system in place that they put in place to keep people under control. Look what they did to our people, dog. Like, that's the illest shit in the world, what they did to us. You know what I mean? They brainwashed us and completely wiped out our history.
You know, I looked on the wall and I saw people with big old noses. I saw people with big lips, dark tones, curly hair, wavy hair, nappy hair, in nobility. Women were rulers.
There's a whole bunch of other, like, you know, freedom fighters and just people that's, you know, putting the truth out there to the world, and the FBI and CIA have these covert operations where they stop them, they kill them, assassinate them, or they assassinate their character, you know.
And they'll kill anybody who tries to teach you right knowledge, especially now